guys, Yowie Chaser. Alright, this will be part 2 of the Yatala, Ormeau, Stanmore Road. I haven't told you what road. Yowie sighting. Alright. So, we'll give you a little bit of info, not too much. But a lady had a Yowie in her backyard. She lives along Stanmore Road, obviously. And she's seen a Yowie in her backyard. She's been toilet training her dogs. Now she's a bit worried to go outside. And then one of her neighbours also seen a Yowie crossing the road. This is all in the last month, guys. So they're still in the area. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll go read. We'll go read the story. Oh, and also, I've got some great info here, guys. This is mad. You won't believe this. So yesterday you might have heard me talking about, Ormeau being attacked by. Well, he wasn't attacked by Yowie. I need to clear that up. He was followed by one, but he thought he was going to be attacked. But also, with that same thing, I was talking about a Cubby house that was built. I'm not sure actually where it was built, but I do believe it was either around here or it was over here. I don't know. But I have some great information about the Cubby house. Oh yeah, you're gonna love it. Alright. And then the same person tells me about a Yowie that they seen in the bush here as well. Alright, so first we'll read out what's happening down here on Stanmore Road. Can't say where, but if you're a good detective, you'll work it out. Alright, so let's go read the story. Alright, I live on Stanmore Road. I live in a house on acreage near the beep. For no reason at all, over the last 6 months, taking my dogs out at night, I have been getting the worst feelings to the point I scream at my very shaken dogs to get inside. Well, 2 weeks ago, something in part light ran behind a tree. I saw this huge man animal. Later that night, a scream, yell, vibrated my house and scared me so much. Now I rest my case. So this person, obviously, this lady's gone looking for Yowies, found my YouTube channel, and then messaged me to tell me what had happened. Okay, that's what she means about resting the case. So she's actually seen a Yowie run behind a tree. Feels like she's being watched all the time. Blah blah blah. All right. So we all know Yowies do not like dogs because dogs can, well, we believe they can either sense where they are or smell where they are. We can't prove that. We can only guesstimate. All right, I'll keep reading. What else? So she told me about one of the neighbors. Nothing I could get. Only thing I got from it was the guy was coming home from work late in the evening. That's all, and he seen it across the road. Okay. Then I asked if it's still happening. Hard to say, but I do know that weird feeling comes and goes. No more very late nights toileting my dogs. I'm too afraid to go out there, as I believe this thing has been watching me for a while now. Take care. So they probably are. There's probably, I don't know, maybe they're eating something out of your garden or something. I don't know. Maybe there's something there that they're after. Who knows? Alright, what else have we got? So, I might have got all this out of order. My dogs are small, one puppy, one older. For some time, the older one would go into protect mode, but when we seen the thing, they freaked out. Plus, my cat just took off, frozen in fear and standing straight at the direction of where it was. Alright, so this story comes from a group, guys. So, this is my Facebook page. So, if you ever want to tell me your story, just come here and message me here. But if you're on Yowie Chaser as well, and then you just click here to Yowie Sightings Australia, that'll take you to the group. If you don't know, most people would know. So that's my Facebook group, and this is my Facebook page. This is where you message me to tell me about a Yowie story, or you can come here to the group and you can write it up in the group, or when you join, you can post your sighting as well. So in the group, this is what happened. Okay, we'll go on with the story. We'll go back to the map. All right, so we're talking here. This is Ormeau Hills. There's been a few sightings through there. This is Norfolk. They call this Norfolk Village, all right? So that's where we're going to be talking about. I think it might be in here. All right, so I've had an encounter with a couple of mates in Ormeau a few years ago. Okay, that's how it started off. It was Norfolk side of Ormeau where the power lines run through. Would have been around 2010. Myself and a few kids used to play in the bush every afternoon, weekend. There would have been about 6 of us. We've lost contact now, or else I'd ask them about it. I'm sure they would still remember. Anyway, we were just walking through this day, and one of the boys turned to us and said, "Do you smell that? It smells like someone shit themselves." We all laughed. Then one of the boys looked up in the tree as we were about to exit and yelled, "There's a monkey." So we all ran into the clearing up to the road. As we were running, we all heard what we thought was thunder, but the sky that day was clear and blue. As we got to the top of the street, we all said, "What did you see?" "Australia doesn't have monkeys," and he said, "I seen a big ape in a tree looking down on us." This kid never really spoke either, so we believed him and went home. Never stepped a foot back in that bush. We always thought we could feel something watching us. When we would go in there, we always heard sticks breaking. All right. So there's part 2 to this. Gets better. So this thunder that and also hang on before I talk about the thunder. So I've got a few reports of Yowies in trees. I have one chasing a car. So these people seen it. This was in South Australia, Melbourne, somewhere like that, and it was in a pine forest, and it was old mate's telling them to go faster, 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 and it's just swinging from tree to tree to tree to tree, chasing them. Could be a reason why we don't see them. We're all looking on the ground for footprints. And they're probably up in the trees going, "Hey, we're up here, dickhead." Who knows? And then I met a traffic controller at Springbrook, and she was saying that her friend stopped to go to a toilet. It was actually at the Yowie crossing out at Wollongong, and he went to the toilet on the tree and looked up and seen a Yowie up in the tree, and it just took off from tree to tree. There's been a few others, guys. Then also the thunder. Don't worry, I still got another story to tell you after this, so just don't go yet. So this loud thunder, I'm hearing this, I watch all the podcasts in the States, and they're saying it as well, that there's this seriously loud noise. There's something, Yowies, Bigfoot, whatever, they've got some sort of thing to do with trees, guys. Or there's something going on with them, I don't know, like this loud noise, this thunder noise that you hear is like, I don't know if they are going into a portal or something that makes a loud noise, but people are reporting this a lot, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. but there's definitely a few reports of it. So they heard that noise. I wonder if it just disappeared. Same as out at Ripley at that Aboriginal thing. Yet the young girl there said the same thing. She had this loud bang. Something ran across the track in front of us. So are they coming out of a portal or something? Is that what we're hearing? Is Look, I think they're flesh and blood myself, but when I keep hearing stories of weird stuff, I've got to start thinking, man, there's something going on. There's something going on with these dudes. Like they got some special extra powers. I don't know. I heard one. It was actually, I don't know if he's ever heard of Doug Hydecheck, but he was saying the other night on one of his podcasts, his son, they walked 15 miles into the bush. There was some Bigfoot sighting there and they wanted to go in there. And he was looking at something he was with his girlfriend. He was looking with night vision cameras, right, at something, a Bigfoot. And the next thing, the night vision wasn't a firm, it was a night vision, just exploded in his face. Like, it just can't happen, guys. Like, so there's two scenarios. We can go with flesh and blood, or we can go with that they're, spirit interdimensional, whatever. But I was thinking about it the other day, and I thought, what if they really are flesh and blood, but the ones that we're seeing disappear and be able to do all this freaky stuff like flatten batteries, wipe Sims, what are the cards in the memory cards, just do weird stuff to cameras. Maybe, how do we know they're not military dressed as Yowies and they're just walking around the bush trying to capture Yowies? And they have all these powers where they can just like wipe our stuff out. Do you know what I mean? Just think about that for a bit. I don't know. Just something I thought of the other day. Who knows? All right, so I think that covered it all. I don't know if I left something out then. I don't know. All right, now let's move on to the next part of this story. Also, my older brother and his friends made a cubby house down a bit further, but in the same bush. They spent weeks building it and used all my dad's tools and nails to build. He wasn't happy. LOL. Right? Then one day, it looked like it was laid on and stood on. And we were only little kids at the time. He blamed us, but we never went in that side of the bush. We were the only kids in the street who played in there. Listen, how crazy is that? So this lady, her brother built that cubby house with all her dad's tools and wood, probably. Who knows? That is great. I love that story. I couldn't believe it. And I'd only just put that video up saying about the cubby house, and then I told her go and watch that video. I just told that bloody story. How crazy is that? God, it's a small world. Anyway, thanks for sharing. Thanks for letting us know about that, about the cubby house. That's crazy. So I should have asked you where it is. I've got a feeling it's here. I reckon this creek. I went down here. I actually went here today, guys. So I went down here. There's a fence all the way around here, like a 6-foot fence. There's a creek run down the back of all these houses. And then this brings you out at Computer Road. So I know there's been Yowies in Ormeau itself. But I thought, I wonder if they just do travel down this creek. You never know. They might. Obviously, they probably did before all these factories and all that went in. All right, so that's a pretty trippy story. Yeah, so one of the people in the group told me that everything's blocked off. But anyway, I went up here. This is because you used to be able to get in up here. So there's all a gate across here with cameras. I wanted to check out. I believe I know where these Yowies are. I can't tell you where that is. If we get 100,000 subscribers, I'll tell you exactly where those Yowies are right now. Now, I've tried to get there, and I can't get there, okay? I suppose I could ask the lady if I can go for a yard. I suppose we could always ask that. I don't, like to do that unless they invite me. We've been there before in people's yards. You never seem to have any luck, hey? But where else did I go today? What else was I going to tell you? Don't know. I might go out tomorrow actually. So, but you imagine all this area here, right? Before these quarries went in, man, this would have just been a massive bit of bush, eh? So, anyway, if anyone's got any stories, guys, if you travel Stanmore Road, or this road here, I forget what this road's called. Is it Tambourine Bow Desert Bentley Road? And you've seen any Yowies or you live anywhere in this area, guys, we want to hear the story. So there's a few people in the group that actually live in here in that circle that I put up. So they're all on alert. I told them to be on alert. I'll also tell you guys, I don't know, but I went here. Where'd I go? Where was this? Where's the main road in to this King's home? There's a road that goes right around the bush. Where is it? I don't even know. I can't even find it. Is it this road? I don't know. I went right up. I told the story once before. I went right up in the bush. I don't know where it was. I had to do a job out here. I don't know. Somewhere in here. Anyway, the guy he was an older sort of fella. Pretty straighty sort of guy. But he lived in the bush. Like he lived, like say this, it was a real steep driveway. That's all I remember. I should be able to find it. You come in on this road, you went down a fair bit. Oh yeah, I just found it. I just found his house. All right, I'll show you. I found his house. So it's in this area here, guys. There's not many there. All right. Anyway, I went in there, and because he lives in the bush, like what I'm showing you now, I said, "Oh man," I said, "Have you seen anything weird around here?" He goes, "Nah." Because I ask everyone that. I always say I've got a mate. I always say, "Man, I've got this mate. He's a bit weird, and he's right in the Yowies." That's how I start the story off. Yeah, but I always say, "Oh, have you seen anything weird?" And they go, "Nah, what do you mean?" And then that always leads to Yowies. If they say they've seen weird, some people say Yowie straight away. Oh, I've got a story to tell you. Just made me remember another story. Anyway, he said, and then I told him, like, has he seen any Yowies? He goes, no, but he goes, if you go down to the King's Home Community Centre, so he must be a part of that. I don't know where that is. I think it's down here where this park is. Is that where it is? The King's Home Community Centre? He goes, they talk about the King's Home Yeti down there. Right? Can you believe it? So they call it a Yeti. They don't call it Bigfoot or a Yowie. They actually have a name at King's Home, the Yeti. So if anyone lives in King's Home and you're a part of the community centre, let me know if you still call it the Yeti. That's what he told me. Anyway, I've got this ain't really a good Yowie story, but I had, this shop ring me the other day, and they wanted me to help them out, but I was busy. I couldn't do it. But anyway, they actually own, right, the Dinmore. Is it Dinmore? Archery shop. Can you believe it? So if you know where it is, it's on a little corner out New Ipswich way. Little archery shop. Anyway, the lady's there, and then I asked them what they were doing with this thing, and that's how it led to, oh yeah, we own the Dinmore archery shop. And I went, oh yeah, let her talk for a bit. Then I said, do you actually go hunting yourself? She goes, yeah, we go hunting. We go to New South Wales. She goes, the guns that we use, even though it's an archery shop, she goes, the guns we use, we can't use up here in Queensland. So we go to this place in this, I can't remember where she said. I thought, oh yeah, this is great, this story, this is good. And then I popped the question. I said, have you seen anything weird? See, I said, have you seen anything weird? She goes, what, like Yowies? I was like, yes, Yes, she knows what a Yowie is. She's going to tell me a Yowie story. She goes, I've only heard about him. She goes, I've never seen one. She goes, we've seen weird stuff in the bush. But yeah, that was it. All right, sorry to bore you with that. I just wanted to tell you what happened. It just always happens all the time, guys. That's all. All right. Man, this has been going for 22 minutes. I wonder how many people get to the 22-minute mark. If you did, write yes in the comments. I want to know if people watch it to the end. All right, now don't forget, guys. If you got a Yowie sighting, and around here, that other people have got to see him, guys. I need to hear the story, guys. I want to read the story out. I want to know more about this area. I'm now starting to believe, like I said, I reckon. I'm going to tell you, this is fact, guys. I'm going to tell you, these Yowies are using the Albert Logan River. Okay? If you live along the Albert Logan River, these Yowies are traveling up and down that river, guys. I'll tell you right now. I guarantee. You know what? I'm gonna get my kayak out. I'm gonna kayak these bloody rivers, man. I'm gonna start way up here at Tambourine. Oh no! This is an old story from age. See what happens, guys, when I start talking. So if you remember an old video, oh my god, this is too much. This is way too much. So if you remember the story that I told about when I used to go, my daughter was only on her L's, and she used to go to the skids, burnout. So they used to do them here. All right. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Is that where it was? Yeah, that's where it was. Oh, I've got another story. See, it's a story after a story. So we were here. Anyway, some guy, I know he got bashed in here big time, right? Then the cops come. They blocked off both ends of the road. So we went in here and we drove. I pulled a fence down. You know how they have farm fences? I just pulled one down. I said, drive in here because everyone was going right up to the end of the road. So we stayed in here. I had to go to the toilet in the bush. Oh, man, I could hear something in the bush. I reckon there was a Yowie in there. I swear to God. Now, you ain't going to believe this, but one of my stories come from, is this Jim Boomba? Mundula. It was more Jim Boomba. Up in this sort of area. There's a road that goes right around the hill. It's like a street like that. Where is it? I don't know what it's called. Oh no, it might be Clydesdale. Is it this? Is this it here? Is this Clydesdale? No, Mona. See how it goes right around? Right, I'm not going to point out the house, but I'm going to say that someone here had a Yowie sighting here in one of these houses along here. Okay? Now, how far is it from where we are? Look, see, it's not that far. Look, there to here, guys. I swear I reckon there was something there. Anyway. Then, see, here's the Albert River Creek. Oh, this is where I want to try and put a kayak in here somewhere and just paddle down. So, I don't know. One of my daughters, she's got a new partner. He reckons something around here. There's this old army thing or something around here. I don't know. I've never seen it. But it's all bush. He reckons that he was down here doing something. I don't know what he was doing, fishing or something. I don't know, but he reckons he's found a whole heap of bones, like pig bones or something. So I'll get him to take me down there and have a look at that. Because I've noticed this area here is all fenced off. Like fully fenced off. Look at all this bush. Those yowies could be hiding in there easy. And they're koala fences as well. Jeez, I hope this video worked out. I'm going to be talking here for ages. So look, if I put the kayak in here and go all the way down the Albert River, be a good trip. If you live on the Albert Logan River, I'm telling you now, you've had yowies in your backyard. 100%. Alright, you know what? This has been going way too long, guys. I'm going to end it. Just remember, guys, please, if you've had a sighting, message me here, guys. Go to Yowie Chaser Facebook. Message me here and tell a story. I don't care what it is, just tell me. Or I'm going to end this, and I'm going to hope that this video is still going, because sometimes they stop. And that'll be peeing me off, especially when I've been talking for 27 minutes and it ain't worked. Alright, now remember, if you've watched this to the end, make sure you put a yes in the comments that you watched it to the end. Alright guys, see you on the next one. Bye.